Alright, so I'm gonna jump in on another subject. I'm not really jumping in. I was just regular surfing the news, but anyway, it popped up in the news feed, right? And you could not believe me or believe me, but also let's just see how much they're listening just to little old me. I'll give updates if I see response. And I'm talking about it. This is a serious subject, but I put some serious thought into it in the last couple of years with a couple of cases, a lot of cases actually, high school cases, one in Stubbornville. And you know, the response is, what about if it was your daughter? And you know, they try that dumb shit. It worked when we was younger because you just basically acquiesced because they were adults, not because they were right. You just really didn't want to talk back. You know, and that was like about the music we was listening to. And now as an adult and seeing life and seeing how women act and looking back, hindsight 2020, it's like, well, if your mom's in the club shaking her ass, I'm going to get my mom. You know what I'm saying? What if you listen to that misogynistic music? What if it's your mom? Don't you have a mother? Don't you have an auntie? Don't you? Yeah, my mom, if I had an aunt, if my cousins, my sisters, and they're in the club acting the fool, bent all over, shaking their ass, I'm going to get them. Not the dude. I'm not finna go start the fight with the dude dancing with him. I'm going to grab their hairs, and if they don't want to come, my hands are washed of it. That's all I can do. I can't snatch them out the club nowadays. Get your hands off of her. Well, she's my mother. She's embarrassing herself and the rest of the family. You know, I'm just saying. She's my sister. You know, this is my little sister. Instead of they teaching these dudes is they like it's honorable to go, you know, fight the dude or start a fight and. You know, you see all bent over and this and that. Is either you let her do it or nothing. You can't train the dog. You gotta train these young men to respect women. But she's bent all over twerking. And it's like I said, it's my daughter, my sister. You know, that's what they getting mad about that. Because people like, well, what about they? Like I said, their arguments are fallible. You know, they thought that shit was so I got you infallible. Don't you have a mother? And the sad thing is, yeah, most of us, you know, even at my age, you knew people who mothers was at the club, even back then. And it's like, there's another thing, but really that's not where your opinion comes from. The opinion comes from your own personal experience. And it's like, after all this time, it's like, shit. I wish I could have thought, but how could you? You was a kid. You didn't have no response, but okay. But you didn't stop because you knew it was nonsense what they were saying. You didn't stop listening to the music just because, you know, your teacher or somebody, oh, y'all listen to all this misogyny. They didn't even use the word misogyny back then. It wasn't popular to use. Just calling women's out their name, and I'm like, if you listen to it, a lot of them even explain. The song literally starts off his rap. Let me explain the type of woman I'm talking about. He's not talking about all women, and it wasn't trying to get around them because we don't have time to be worrying about some chick who's doing her job. And like, who cares? It's not exciting. You know, he's talking about the one who's hustling. You know, trying to get dudes, got multiple dudes or whatever. You say it's her business, but no, it's also the dude business. Yeah, we clown the dudes. It's always been like that. Like, you can't get mad. You had to know she was like that from the beginning. So why you trying to fight her now? You know, it ain't like we know playing, putting on our cape. But the point is, it's just that shit lame, nigga. That shit lame. You can't. Why you trying to fight her? You know, it's funny. I'm saying it is funny. Like, nigga, you had to know from the beginning. You know, try to fight now. Shit. You know. That's all. That's all it is. I'm too busy having fun to laugh at her driving up on the curve. But I'll make note. All right. So anyway, enough of the jokes. I'm gonna go back, start off because this is serious. The subject. But it also, like I said, is an experiment about me and them listening. So I want to see in the next couple of days due to the and it's not really that much on the national radar. This is just one to pop up in your news feed on on your laptop or whatever. Because I really haven't seen it. What they're trying to pull is like something they're trying to keep on the low. All right, so what I'm talking about. All right, the new ruling for the education system, especially in colleges, that they're going to be able to cross-examine the accusers in a sexual assault accusation. And again, that's what I'm saying with this. I've been saying it with this people. Like I said, and it said, of course, who's outraged because what happened, Trump signed it, that they're going to be able to cross-examine anybody with common sense. Not just victims, but mothers, women with common sense. That's the right thing to do. You're not just mothers of daughters. You have sons. You have brothers. Just like y'all say, don't you have a brother? Don't you have a father? Don't you have a son? Don't you have a male cousin? And the fact is, human beings lie. And you're going to make it one-sided? It ruined it. Hey, that guy last night at the party, at the frat party, he raped me, assaulted me. And you're going to leave it at that? And no cross-examination? No, that's nonsense. And guess who's pushing it? The Democrat. They're outraged. Oh, the Democrat. Oh, this is no. And some of the women's victims. And it's like with anybody with common sense, what we all said. That's just again, you're making it harder for real victims when you do stuff like that. Because when it comes out after all, and then you ruined the guy, and it does come out, because there was, cases where the girl finally admitted it. No, one just got sentenced to a year. But, people like, oh, she should have got the same sentence of the guys that she accused. She did have sex and consented, but she didn't want nobody to know. And changed it to rape. 2 guys. And she got a year. And I don't want to hear, oh, that doesn't happen. We don't do, no, we don't know how many, just like y'all say about any crime. Oh, that just, that's just the one that got reported. So we don't know how many. And this is not an argument. And they try to make it a factor of a war on women. And it's like, yeah, again, your argument is flawed. Instead of trying to, and it's like these people are crazy. Like I said, it's like they don't understand humans. And it's so easy. That's the arguments that they put forth are so easy to just prove that their argument is nonsense, doesn't make sense. It's like they don't know that. It's like they're doing it on purpose. Like they just want it really, they don't care about the women, and this isn't about women. They really just, it's like they're little evil trolls who just want to sow discord. They know it's going to drive people crazy. Like, why are you acting like this? So they said, let's just keep doing it. They don't even want a race war or a sex war between men and women. That would be like fourfold. You got everybody fighting. Got people inside their own race fighting, men and women, and you got them fighting other races all at the same time. I don't even think that's the goal. I think they just want to fucking piss people off with stupidity. All right, so my 2 cents. Why shouldn't the focus be? Because what they normally try to claim is they were scared to say something. Because the question is, if that's the case, why not report it immediately? Why there's still the rape kit can be done? Yeah, sure, we get that from CSI, the TV show, but that's a fact. Why not? And the excuse would be, oh, usually it's I didn't, like the girl said, she didn't want nobody to know, so she lied, but they only sentenced her to a year. And the guys, that once an accusation like that, you're done for real. Even if it's proved false. You always gonna have people who don't believe, oh, he just had money, or oh, it's because he's black and he pulled the race card, and all of the race warriors came down. That's why they got off. It's always gonna be something. It could be anything. Even if the girl was black and the guys was black, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be people who don't believe. They threatened that girl or something. They probably, how it is in the black neighborhood. They didn't want to talk to the police. Nobody wanted to come forward. They always, see what I'm saying? So instead of trying to make all these changes, why don't just all the women's advocates, all the groups, the little talk shows, the whole thing should be, If something happens, we all believe you. So there's no reason to not immediately, it's Saturday morning, 6 o'clock, you wake up, you've been assaulted. You're like, why would she go to sleep? Because she was pissy drunk. And that's the reason they might wait weeks. Oh, I was so embarrassed. I got drunk and everybody gonna say I was a drunk slut. Blah, 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 blah. No, what y'all should be pushing, it doesn't matter though, that we don't care if you're gonna be scared with your parents and you was a perfect little student till you went to college and this is your first time away and you just wanted to be normal and party. Okay, don't wait. That's what all the little entrance, what do they call it? Orientation. Don't wait. Don't push that shit. You're gonna get raped. These guys are rapists. Blah, 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 blah. But if this motherfucker touch you, don't wait weeks. Don't wait days. Don't talk to your friend, your roommate. Should I go? No, come forward immediately. If it's 12 o'clock at the party, he grabs you in the room and in the bathroom and does what you got a phone. Call the police immediately while everything is still fresh. The minute he leaves and walks away, call the police. Report it immediately. We'll believe you. If they don't believe you, they give you a hard time and you got proof on your, you called. Here, I called 12:05. He came in at 11:30, grabbed me. I was on the phone, whatever. That should be what everybody is pushing. All the women's advocates, that's what you should be pushing. Report it immediately. Not days later, not go home, take a shower, not report it, go to the hospital, call the police immediately. So why aren't you Democrats pushing that? Instead of trying to make all this other nonsense. Oh no, you can't cross-examine. There should be no problem with the cross-examination. We all know not to blame the victim. We all know not to, well, who else did you have sex with in the last couple of 24 hours? How many men in the past year? That was the past. We all accept that. So no, there's no reason y'all still trying to cause all this trouble. There's no reason y'all shouldn't be just putting out there, high school girls, whatever, putting out there your own daughters. Call the police immediately. Fuck all that. He threatened me or fuck up you. They never really say that. What it's always they didn't want somebody else to know. A boy they really liked, and he wouldn't like them no more. We don't care. No, if he really assaulted you, that's what y'all should be pushing. So y'all shouldn't even be worried about this law. Let that law pass that they can cross-examine the proper authorities, a lawyer, whatever. Like I said, there's bullshit that somebody asking for a lawyer or their parents paying for the boy's parents paying for a lawyer. That is bullshit. That's a sign of guilt. We all know what can happen with false accusations. So don't try to bully people into not getting proper legal representation. Well, you asked for a lawyer, you must be guilty. No, bitch. We've seen how many people have been exonerated. For years. Some went to prison for years. Could you imagine being in prison for something you didn't do for that many years, and then going to prison as an accused raper? And that's another thing. How you gonna give back what them guys lost? And I seen one guy. He came on the show with the woman who accused him. Because I'm not saying he's dumb for doing that. He forgave her. They became friends, and. Like she didn't know. And ironically, not ironically, he was black, she was white. And the guy wasn't nowhere near where the event happened. And he kept saying that. They didn't believe him. But this was years before DNA. Finally, DNA proved he didn't do it. Couldn't have done it. And like he said, he wasn't even on that side of town. And he spent like 20 years, I believe. I know I'm not providing the link. You got Google just like the rest of us. Or Bing or whichever search engine you prefer. DuckDuckGo, whatever the fuck. You look it up. So, do your own fucking research. That's another thing, research. They got all these celebrities talking about They need to clamp down on social media, and it's really just idiot celebrities. Them girls on The View, I think Tamara, one of the twins, Borat, that dude. And it turned to sound serious. Oh, this is a serious problem. No, no, bitch, we aren't stupid. Somebody putting out false information. If you just believe what a blogger say, or any, like we say, the news media, the old channels that been around since the beginning of TV, we don't just take their word for it. Do your own research. So no, that with that is another thing with them trying to clamp down on your freedom of speech, and that is actually would be a violation of your freedom of speech, because that would be the government stepping in and taking away your freedom of speech. That's what it's about. People don't understand. Like I said, you have freedom of speech, but like we had to tell you, you rev that car one more time, I might run down there and bust your old ass head. So anyway, the freedom of speech, yeah, you can say what you want, but not to regular people. Like I just said something to him. The freedom of speech is not give you the right to say that. You know, like we tell everybody, you can say what you want, but that don't protect you from the person retaliating. See what I'm saying? That's not freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, though, freedom of speech is from the government. So if you want to protest, they can't shut down your protest if you had the right proper paperwork. You know, shit like that. You got to be straight. So everything's straight. You protesting. Oh, I went to City Hall. We got our permits right here. Yada, yada, yada. That's with freedom of speech, you know. The cops can't come in your house and shut down your internet blog. But what they're trying to do, like I said, Borat and with Sacha Baron Cohen, the girls on the data now, and these are fucking celebrities, and especially the ones on The View. It's not sexism, not with that, but they sit up there and chat all fucking day. Who says their resources? Who says their? Who was y'all? Y'all not even. I mean, what? You was on a TV show. It's not a put down, but don't be trying. That's what I'm saying. All y'all, they got all these celebrities trying to influence. That's the stupidity of it. You got celebrities trying to influence and take away our freedoms, gun rights. Now they Anti-Defamation League, you know, want to take away freedom of speech. These motherfuckers are crazy. Take the guns away first, then take away the freedom. Now you can't dissent. You can't say anything. You can't be a conscientious dissenter. You can't do objector, whatever, objector. None of that. And for the dummy right there, that car, you dumbass, any car, I would say really after the 80, any electronic fuel injector, any that gray car, that gold car, I'm pointing that out because it's older. This asshole gang stalker, you don't look it up for yourself. Google it. You don't have to warm your car up. You don't have to warm. He just want the only way if he just wants his heat on. But he revved his engine, revving the engine once. There's no reason to fucking do that, you evil, nasty ass gang stalker. That's why I talk to that little old nasty little bitch like that. You're like, well, all he has to know, he's doing that for a reason. He's a fucking gang stalker, a fucking loser, old bitch. But that's a fact. The car experts said there's no reason. You can literally get in your car and go. It could be 30 degrees outside all night long. Get in, go. It doesn't. That's come from old cars with carburetors. Back, most of y'all young folks don't even know about it unless you fuck with old cars. You know, you got like a 75 Caprice or something, Impala or whatever, or SS. You know, Oldsmobile Cutlass. You know, then you gotta warm those cars. The carburetors with fuel injection, you don't have to warm these cars up at all. You can get in and go. You know. What you do, you know, the defrost and all that, get the little scraper from Walmart or AutoZone. But that's what that says. See, that's what all little things. You do stupid shit that don't make sense. It's stupid as fuck. Your car, you don't have to rev your car. That's a fucking Nissan, a fucking small Nissan 4-cylinder, late model. You don't have to get in and warm your car up and rev the engine like it's a 1962 Oldsmobile. Let it run so it's idle. It doesn't have a carburetor. It has electronic EFI. All these cars, electronic fuel injection. He should know that. That's why they had the program to get old cars off the road. Yeah, walk with your head down, loser. But so anyway, like I said, I want to see how this, what they say about yeah, Donnie look slow. What they say about the what I said about the cross-examination of the accusers on college campuses, because you know they're doing the sounding the alarm. The Democrats, oh, it's see, this is gonna get the boys. They just gonna turn into rape. And it's like, thinking back, I'm like, who in the hell ever just, like I said, I do know two dudes I went to school with, and I found out after being in the army, and I get home, and such and such, them niggas in jail. What? Yeah. For what? Oh, they right there. What? You know what I'm saying? The only two. And they went to prison for it. See what I'm saying? It wasn't, just rape culture in the black neighborhood. The only niggas I know, they went to prison for it. Never, like I said, I been told y'all, you heard everything else what they done did, the shit. You seen that on the news? Shit, I heard about it before it was on the news. I know, whatever. Shit like that, shootings and, drugs, but no rape. Nothing about this back in the day. Nothing about, hey, I just raped this girl. Or, oh, we gonna go. Nobody thinks like that. That was the reason, when they tried to, again, the libs, they tried to pull this shit on us that guys are just all they fantasizing about rape. And I thought about it. It's like, why when those stories come out, and it'd be like, well, we got to see before, because we started noticing they tried to convict them in a court of public opinion. And you got the soul boys, you could tell they're not used to being around women. And it's not, like, oh, boys will be boys. It's like, nobody does boys will be boys. Nobody does that. I never said that. I never heard that. Nobody does that. When we was in high school, we didn't know, oh, boys with boys night. We going to the party. It's going to be some girls there. We going to hold them down. Nothing. You high school kids. At the most, you hoping you get a phone number back then. That was it. I guess if something would have happened, you got lucky, and she said, yeah, it would be on the girl. She would have had to initiate that. What at the most we worried about, shit. You strapped? Yeah, I'm strapped. Something like that. Shit. Not, we're rubbing our hands together. Yeah, it's gonna be girls at this party. We're gonna, it's like, what? And so that's why we laugh and think that they're fucking crazy. They're trying to scare these girls. Oh, it's just gonna be rape bitches. It's like, what? They worried about the same thing we were worried about, getting shot, being an innocent bystander. That's what everybody was worried about. You know what? Nobody. Look at her. Oh gosh. So that's why I think that's another thing. What I'm putting out there, adding my 2 cents. I think the disbelief doesn't come from rape culture and guys being so toxic masculinity. The majority of guys, it's a surprise. We're like, what? Yeah, we don't think like that. That's why we didn't believe it. And it comes out, we're like, we need more evidence. Because we're thinking about all the times we went out to parties, high school, clubs when you get older. Nobody, you're in the car, 5 niggas, especially in high school, y'all piled up, excited. Nobody's thinking, yeah, we gonna rape somebody. Nobody is thinking like that. If we are looking for trouble, we looking for that type of trouble. Like, shit, let's do, you want to do something? Hell, we gonna be the niggas that we all talk about. So always gotta start some shit with some other niggas for no reason. I don't know, we knuckleheads with teenagers. Y'all wanna do something stupid, let's go rape a girl. No, never. It never crossed. That's why where the disconnect comes, not toxic masculinity and rape culture, is because we never think like that. Like I said, if you worried about something when we going out, it's other niggas the cops, and basically that's it. You know, there's no planning. You know, I don't know. Maybe other cultures, I don't know, but we got more shit to worry about than you know. This is just like I said. It's all of it. I keep saying it's part of the same design. It's all of it, and it's only one side pushing this crap, pushing this division. Only one side is like, why not just do a good job and let that speak for itself, and that's how you win the election. Shit, we cleaned up all this shit. We cleaned up our neighborhoods. We cleaned up Baltimore. We cleaned up DC. We cleaned up, Atlanta. Atlanta pretty decent, but I'm just, but still, it's not. The hood's the same, just trying to just basically like you want a check for free. And you a public servant, a senator, a congressman. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You really thought this was the ticket? Don't do anything. Just try to start trouble and say, men are rapists and we need more laws and protection. And it is like, hell, for most guys, if it wasn't for the girls approaching them, they probably would still been virgin until they was 20-something. And that's the fact. It's not a statistic. It's just something you know. It's it. What would say something to you? You probably, and women know that. That's what I'm saying. They know that there's a certain few that went crazy, the feminazis. Like, these guys, when are they gonna? I don't want to go outside and not be raped. I saw a woman say that the other day. They was on a panel and she's an older woman, like in her 50s. Like, who's raping you? Who's doing all this raping? Where was you going? You walked outside. As soon as you walked outside, you was raped. Come on, be sensible. We know it happens. That's why I was talking about. Make it. The push should be, we're going to believe you. You don't have to wait weeks. You don't have to decide. You don't have to call your best friend to that morning and crying and what should I do? I don't want to get. No. If that's what happened, that's your truth. You call the police immediately. Why aren't y'all pushing that instead of, we got to just protect them. That'll make them come forward. Make it so we don't even cross-examine them. We just going to believe them no matter what. No. Tell them it's okay. Yeah, we know you was out drinking. You don't want your parents to know. You always got good grades. This is your first time away. You're a freshman in college. You want to be normal and go party with the other party girls. And this happened. Don't worry about it. Nobody's going to talk about you. Seriously, nobody's going to talk about you. That's what you should be pushing. Don't be pushing this. There's no cross-examination. They don't worry about the cross-examination. Just tell the truth. Tell them what you told me. That's what the cops will say. Just tell exactly what happened. The story shouldn't change from that cross-examination. Y'all not going to win with this shit. I'm telling you. And you're going to hurt more people. And that's what's going to really make more people mad when they find out what you really doing. All the people you hurt with your bullshit.